Abzu is one of the most casual games I have ever played in my life. It is so casual, in fact, that I can barely call this a game. It's like an interactive experience. I say that because I'm still not sure how you lose. I think you can't lose. I mean, sometimes you swim around and you see like sharks and stuff, predatory creatures in the deep. But so far, none have really attacked me. They've only like destroyed my equipment. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're like immortal in the game and you can't lose. You definitely can just stay underwater indefinitely. Forget about the sharks. You can just stay underwater. You have an unlimited supply of air. The game is basically you swimming underwater. You're like this diver or something. You wake up in the water and you just start swimming. The gameplay is looking around, pretty much. I mean, once in a while, as you swim, you can use things, like touch things, or interact with things, or really rarely use things on other things. Like, you pick up this underwater drone, and he helps you progress to the next area by cutting through some, I don't know what they're called, underwater algae, underwater gates, like gates made out of underwater plants, and that's it. Everything else in terms of gameplay is just interacting with things. Like you touch a statue and you sit on it, you touch a group of fish and you kind of follow them, you touch another fish and you kind of grab it and swim with it. It's just touching things. Another thing you can do in the game, aside from looking around and touching and interacting with things, is going faster. And that's it. I guess you can kind of do underwater stunts, like you can do flips underwater, but you don't get any kind of points for that. Like there's no style points for how fast you get somewhere or how beautifully you swim. It's just pretty much exploring. It's, if anything, 90% an interactive screensaver and about 5 to 10% casual point-and-click adventure game. Abzu is a game that reminds me a lot of the game Flower, which is pretty much the same concept. You're just like traversing through a beautiful, colorful landscape. Flower was in fields, this game is underwater, and once in a while you touch things. But there's really almost no gameplay. I actually think Abzu is a little better than Flower because of the controls. Also, I think this underwater landscape is a little more beautiful than the beautiful prairies and fields of Flower. But I think the soundtracks, the OSTs of both games are pretty much equal in terms of how good they are. It's just a beautiful experience. That's what the game is. It's a beautiful, fun, casual experience. The thing is, there's just not a lot of gameplay. After playing for about 20 minutes, you'll pretty much experience what the game is about. And anything over that is kind of overkill. You don't need any more. It's like, how long can you stare at a beautiful screensaver in one sitting? You know what I mean? Like, no matter how beautiful it is, at a certain point it's like, alright, it's beautiful, time to move on. There's really no substance in the gameplay, but there's a lot of substance in the game setting, if that makes any sense. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more game reviews. Support me on Patreon if you can so I can make more game reviews. Goodbye, my friends.